Alright, so back here with part 2 of our $2 knife project. I went ahead and painted this sheath with some black, flat black, high temperature spray paint. I painted it down. The knife is halfway sharp at best, as you saw in the last video. So what we're going to do today is we're going to concentrate on finishing up everything. As far as getting this thing really sharp, we're probably going to have to go ahead and use water stones for that. Water stones are definitely an investment, but if you're serious about keeping your knife sharp, they're definitely a worthwhile investment. And you just need to lay that knife on there and find the right angle. I like to keep a couple hands on it instead of just trying to pull it one-handed. As long as your blade's nice and straight, your bevels are pretty even, you'll be alright. That water on the stone gives you kind of a slurry that helps it to sharpen as well. And I usually store my stones dry, but I soak them in water for about an hour before I intend to use them, so that they can absorb the water into the stone, because they are porous material. Ray Mears has a really good video on the use of water stones that you can check out. One of my instructors, Chris Wick, is really good with these water stones. I don't claim to be any good with them at all, to tell you the truth, but they do keep my knives really sharp. The important thing is to maintain the proper angle, and we've made this knife pretty much a Scandinavian grind. So we want to be careful not to get a double bevel on here. We want to stay with that single bevel of that Scandinavian grind. That's a pretty thick paper, back of a magazine cover. That thing does pretty good. Not sure how much more you could ask for $2, fellas. That's a whole lot better than a $2 hacksaw blade any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay, so our sheath is dried now. Like I said, we put a little coat of high temperature paint on there. We made that thumb ramp on the back side. Now we've got a place to put our thumb to push the knife out of the sheath. And it's still a little tight in there because it's new. It's going to take time to wear it in. But it fits in there nice and snug. Pops right in just like Kydex. I think you could take a piece of paracord and wrap this bad boy, hang it around your neck if you wanted to, whatever the case may be. The sheath's definitely not coming off of it. You could put a lanyard through this if you wanted to as well. The sheath's not going to come off of there no matter what unless you take it off. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this short series on the $2 knife and sheath project. You know, when you look at this, it's no different than any other rat tail tang knife. It's got a rat tail that goes down into the handle. It just happens to have a pretty comfortable handle on it, a pretty heavy duty blade, and it's capable of doing everything that I'd want it to do, other than the fact that it's not full tang. It obviously does good feather sticks. It's good for fine carving. It's good for making shavings. It's also a good striker for a flint and steel process, and it's also a great striker for a ferrocerium rod. We split some wood with it yesterday. I don't think there's a whole lot more you could ask for $2 than that. I'm Dave Canterbury at the Pathfinder School. I appreciate you joining for this video. I thank you for your views, for your support, for everything you do for our school, for our family and business, for all of our friends, instructors, sponsors, and affiliates. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks.